warn us and save us, and she was like, no, they're bad things. Stay away from them.
You thought something was on your side? That's the first mistake you
On
made.
their side. I like them.
That's why you want to keep us as toys.
Yeah, that's why I want you to stay in my cave with me.
No, to be fair, I don't want to keep your toys. I just want your corpses, really. That's all I'm interested in.
No.
Yeah, you
Thing
get
that
some
makes
chew bones for the fox.
thing that makes you breathe, I don't fuck. Honestly, it's better when they're dead. Less chatty.
D20s, fuckers.
Oh no.
I don't know what you're saying, no for. A recap dice would be very good for you lot right now.
I still don't like to do it. Actually, no, I do. Oh no, I have inspiration already. That's fine.
Oh, not 20.
You're definitely not doing it.
And I had good notes.
Okay, so double A, Ron. You have the fun of telling us the who, the what, the why to the best of your knowledge, because I'm pretty sure you weren't there for some of it. But
I was not there for a lot of it.
Well, tell us what you
However.
do remember, and the rest can just be filled in as we go.
So we had been at the bandit camp, then we walked through a forest back with everyone from Alden, and then we bumped into the fox lady when people started going missing in some magic form. And she led us to a tree cave thing, and then someone touched something. Not me, because I said I wasn't touching anything. But somebody did, and now we're here. That is my knowledge.
So, in between, she showed you around the cave, showed you her little collection of assorted goods, showed you to the terrarium, or the equivalent thereof, took you through an underground passage for a little while, a couple of twists, a couple of turns, eventually came across to large steel doors. As you walked in, everything was pitch black. But as you walked in, she disappeared. The doors behind you closed, and currently it's just the four of you in there, with the current threat of impending death and or doom from the two figures at the end of the cave that you're currently in. Because our dear Lycoris is currently mentally incapacitated, she is still at the entrance with very little to no idea what's going on.
No.
So, before anything else, Rachel, my dear, let's go to secrets.
Oh no.
I'm just gonna drag her because we're going to secrets. Let's go. Come on, let's go to the woods. The rest of you enjoy talking shit about each other. Go ahead. Bye. Why, hello.
Hello.
Why, hello. So, you, while... Hold on, I'm trying to close my door. There we go. You, while currently processing, shall we say, haven't realised that a good 5 or 10 minutes has gone past and no one is in the room. You're not sure if it was a good 10-15 minutes ago when people left or not. You've currently just been that out of it. But there's this feeling in quite literally your soul almost that your friends are in danger. There's something screaming at you, this sudden tenseness, like your blood itself is boiling and it's trying to re-engage you, it's trying to energize you enough to pay attention. Something's warning you that they need your help. But
Okay, I guess I start walking back in their direction.
okay. So as you begin walking, you notice around, as you walk through to the next area, the terrarium, where there's assorted plants, a large tree in the corner, and there's another exit far at the back right. you see that a lot of the flowers that are being very, very lightly moved, but not by any breeze. It's almost like they themselves are a degree of sentient and have physical ability to move. These blackish reddy flowers are moving a little toward you. They're not actually moving from the earth, though the petals on top of them are pointing toward you out of a weird curiosity maybe, or a wanting, or either way. As you're walking through, this sensation building inside of you is kind of aiming you almost, it's guiding you. You feel almost as if your steps are not your own. And as you continue moving forward and walk past the tree, you turn and take a look as you're leaving, and you see the tree is bowing quite a bit because the tree's grown to a point where it can't move any higher as the roof is blocking its path. And as you continue out into the tunnels, you have a left and you have a right. You take barely a second to contemplate where they could have gone before you're guided to the left again. And as you start moving out, walking along, you continue along the path for about a minute or so, and you see a couple of pictures along the walls. They have monstrous faces. What looks to be... oh god. What looks to be normal pictures at some point that have taken on this monstrous image of, like, a young man with, like, blistered and bloodied fingers and a mashed face, one side of his face completely broken inward. You can see, like, teeth just barely holding on the inside of the mouth, and his eyes are pitch black, and it continues with lines similar until eventually you see down the end of the hallway, about 100 feet away, a long hallway with a little illuminating lights, these floating entities, wisps, that are lighting the way for you. You see the two large double doors that are currently closed. But we will see what you do afterward. We're going to go back in. Put yourself on the initiative, my dear. I will reveal your character token.
Okie dokie.
Okay, so... boop. There we go. Let's go back.
Lich, thank you for that.
Hello.
The lich. Hello.
You heard what I
You
said.
enjoy your secrets.
I don't
Yes.
think they heard it. I think it's a good job.
You never know.
Yeah, but
So, all of you are currently in a stale engagement. What is the current want? Are you lot wanting to talk still? Straight up engage in a fight? What would you like to do? Just as a note as well, Lycoris isn't actually on the map at the moment. It's just so that she has a token for the initiative.
Okay. Ugh. I don't know what to do. Can I ask, is he humanoid? Are they both humanoids?
You okay, Connor?
I know.
If you have anything you need to say, Connor, by the way, just put it in chat. I'll keep a good eye on it for you. As for them, how would you like to attempt to perceive if they are?
I don't know. I'm gonna look at him.
with my eyes.
I use my eyes, my good eyes.
You should just like stare at us up and down.
I mean, you can make a perception.
Is that bitch waving at me?
You can make
Hey,
a
Venus,
perception or
Is there
insight.
something in my hair?
They're okay eyes. They're okay
something
eyes.
in my teeth.
So they both have the typical traits of humanoids. You know, they live and breathe, and they aren't on four legs or anything. But I mean, given the general vibe you're getting at the very least from Morthos, the Necromancer, you assume there's probably a secondary characteristic that should be obvious.
Yeah, he. It should be obvious.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty dumb, so you're gonna have to spell it out.
Undead.
Okay.
I'm a necromancer.
But he's still humanoid, though, right? It still counts as humanoid.
Seems so. Judging from what you can see.
I don't know how mechanics of the game works. I thought it was just what they looked like. They look like a human. They are humanoid. Okay.
Looks like death, you know?
So yeah, what do we want to do? What do we want to say?
I'm just clutching my rug. Don't take the rug.
You two having your fight.
I'm pretty sure the last thing Morphos said was, before like, the session ended, was he basically just looked at everybody and just said, "What can you offer me?" Alive. And that's where I think the session ended. Because you'd already given him all your money by accident.
If Javon could give him all
The
the
gems.
Which he promptly stole.
all the
He very
precious
promptly had all of his little skeleton hands go,
You can't steal what is given.
no, but you can definitely take it.
Yeah. What can we spare?
Not to the rug.
I want the
Who
rug.
do we want to give over as a sacrifice? Nice little sacrifice.
The last person to say I. The last person to say I as a sacrifice.
Oh,
Well, I
Oh,
guess that's
she's
my
safe.
chorus.
well, I guess we have a few sacrifices.
Willing as well.
Willing, wow. Okay. We're
You know,
feasting.
you've made my job a lot easier, to be honest.
Okay.
I would not put it past Trafalgar to be like, if you let me leave, I'll give you all 4 of them.
What did I miss?
Technically not much, because we're only just talking about what everyone wants to do at the moment. And I'm assuming you didn't hear me earlier. If you need to talk, Connor, and it's too rough on you, feel free to just put it in chat. I'll keep an eye out.
Okay. Bear with me, I'll just drink a little bit more of a drink.
Sounds like a good plan.
So come on, people. What are we doing?
So we gave him loads of gems, and he didn't seem asked about gems.
Not really.
And if I remember correctly, he said he was trying to get the attention of Death in the first place.
Oh.
In a sense, that was more something you brought up, that, you know, calling yourself these names of dead might bring the wrath of, you know, the gods on you, and he was like, well, that sounds interesting. But it's not something he's established as a goal with you guys in conversation.
Brewen's just going to ask, saying, he seems so keen on death, and you seem happy to kill us, but what is the overall gain? Is it just our lives, or what?
My overall gain? Well, that's quite a big plan. You see, I used to be very important in this world, and I've been confined to this here cave, and I'm getting quite bored of it. The problem is, though, that the outside world doesn't like my type, shall I say. So, I want to change that. But to change that, I need a lot of manpower.
Right.
Wait, who doesn't like his type?
It's
Of
just general
society.
outside world.
Oh.
He's
I thought he
basically
was trying to
saying,
pull someone.
he's basically saying he has a goal. He has, well, needs and wants, but society rejects his ideals.
Maybe if you want to change public opinion of you, killing more is not the best course of action. Just maybe. Throw that out there.
That depends on his target audience.
Well, we think you're kind of cool. And Wes is kind of in society, I guess. So I cast friends on him.
Right.
Hey,
We're friends,
Birdie!
aren't we?
If I'm in range, you can try.
But then you'll become hostile towards me. I don't think I can take that.
What if you cast the spell? To be fair, if you don't know if you cast a spell, it'll automatically become hostile. Because it's not like I'm a wild beast or any shit. I have my own brain. It wouldn't make you look good though. I'm not gonna lie.
I would just have to use a charisma check against you. I don't understand it. Never
Well,
mind.
Bree will just look on and just say, are you planning to tell us any specifics? Because you plan on killing us anyway, or are you planning to end up liking us? Because if you do let us live, who are we going to tell anyway? People are going to believe that a necromancer and a fox lady live in a cave, plan on raising an army to take over the world or something.
Yeah, you gotta have your Scooby-Doo moment while you tell us all your plan. Right before we die. Kick your ass!
I was never a fan of that whole thing. I had people come and explain their plans to me. It made no sense. Why are you wasting time when I can just kill you and carry on? Now, I get your point. You're saying that, why would you kill us? We, like you, and no one's gonna believe us. But then what's in it for me?
I've got someone to kill, and I can't be wasting my time here.
Make you some friends!
I have vengeance to enact, and I don't plan on having you somewhat stopping me. But at the same time, I feel colliding with you would probably be a needless confrontation. So I'd prefer to save us both the time.
We can go for a nice drink.
There's a certain man who is on my list, and I plan on taking him off my list.
With that, Morphos is going to turn to his left and look at the fox lady right next to him. I did forget the character for a second. I was like, Akiko.
Right. Akiko.
We might be able to use that one. I do like vengeance. It's a similar thing to my own. I see a little bit of myself in him, so that could be useful. But the rest of you will have no use. Currently, anyway, unless you can produce something that interests me or makes it worth my while, then I see no point of just not killing you and turning you into soldiers.
We could go for a nice drink.
It's very depressing that none of us can think of a reason for him to spare our lives.
Why are we valuable? I don't know.
The ball is in your court right now.
You're just like, just give me any reason not to kill you. We're like,
I don't know. I really can't give you one. I'm so sorry.
this is
I kind of missed.
So
some
for
of that
you,
because I was struggling to miss.
what's the last thing you
two
heard?
conversations?
What's the last thing you heard?
All I heard was I like him talking about my character, and
Yes.
then my mum came in talking to me about why I'm cooking all the chicken thighs.
Okay, so Morphos turned to Kiko on his left and said, him we could have a use for. I like him, he has vengeance in his heart, and I see something similar to myself. But the rest of you I have no real use for, so either make it worth my while, or I'll just turn you into my soldiers. To the gist anyway.
So if this guy's useful, then does that mean you don't kill him?
Yeah.
Or does he just get to leave?
No, if he's useful, that means he's got to do something for me. Well, actually, we'll do this
God.
character.
He's gonna
If
be a
he's
sex slave.
useful, then, well, believe me, I have many of them lying around, and just you see a skeleton with a nice skirt on, just be like in the corner.
Oh no!
Do you say this audibly loud?
Hmm?
Do you compare me, who's a skeleton?
No, it was just a joke. I was just an out-character joke. But now a skeleton has formed, apparently. There is Monique.
That's just
No.
Monique. Oh, I
She
thought
was
it
an
gonna
elf
be
in her
Fiona.
past life. No, this is just a joke that has gone
You're
too
kind
far.
of cute though.
Monique got that
I'm
skeleton
sorry, that was
number.
my fault.
Brill will just look onwards and just say, to be honest, these guys are some of my friends and social aids to get me, well, about from place to place without the apex spotting me. So, to be honest, I would rather like them to stay in my company, if possible. Plus, I'm sure that we can probably come to an agreement. What is your opinion on the apex, if I ask?
I don't really care for it, to be honest. If it gets in my way, then I'll destroy it like the rest.
Well, if you don't believe the same as them, they all seek to purge you, like everyone else.
Is there any, like, inanimate corpse around? Like, a skeleton that's not active?
There's a few skeletal bodies around, but whether or not they're considered not active is subjective.
Can I cast this? Not as a hostile thing. Just as a
As a
look what I
party
can
trick.
do. Yeah.
I mean, the
Wanna
casting
see something cool?
time is 1 minute,
just
so
Yeah, we're talking. This is during the time that you know.
yep,
Everyone's having
yep,
this chat.
yep, yeah. But the problem is verbal, somatic, and material. So you're literally doing this wild game with your hands. You're saying animate dead at the start of the spell, and you're flicking around components everywhere while you're talking. It's just like, yeah, ignore what I'm doing with my hands.
Yeah, that's fine. I've been making
You
snarky
did
comments
just
every
ask
so
for
often.
us to, like, you know, show him
Yeah,
something special.
yeah.
So
We gotta prove it to him, and I'm just like, look what I can do, bitch. It's not that impressive to you, but I think it's pretty cool.
That's a normal Monday for him.
It is, but I can do it too, and that means we're friends.
Do you? Or at least do you begin the spell?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Morthos, you know for certain already, just considering she has to say animate dead, though technically she can whisper it. You can
I'm staring at him in the eyes.
you can tell already what it is she's doing, and she's not being subtle about it. What do you do in reaction to this, considering technically, as of the moment, she's not said anything about it, she's just doing it?
Watch to see if you can actually pull it off. Anybody that does necromancy in his eyes is interesting, but he won't physically react yet. He kind of just leans forward and just watches to see if you can actually cast the spell.
Everyone's just
You
gonna
make
stare
it
for a
obvious that
minute.
you're watching.
Oh yeah, he's leant forward. He's just looking at her like, wow.
I don't break eye contact.
So
4 minutes, 60
Ah
seconds.
yes.
After a
Finisher
minute.
edition of the spell.
finish. Oh my God. After a minute, some bones on the ground that technically are currently connected, though one of the arms is loosened. The body of a skeleton that fell right by the steps suddenly comes to an absurd formation of life, and as the body cracks and rises, the head snaps in a 360 direction and puts itself back in place. And then it leans down, picks up its arm and screws it back into place, unnaturally so. And then it turns around and looks at you, Nessa. And all you hear is just a very quiet
I'll name this one Eugene.
Oh look, they make a cute couple.
They do! Oh, we could matchmake them, we could get them together, you know, we can take them on dates. This is great. No, I'm just like looking at him, just watching to see if he reacts to that.
As soon as you summon it and it starts walking around, etc., as Miga, as the attempt is in his eyes. He'll give you a slow clap, which could be a little bit sarcastic now that
Oh,
you
you fucker! I'm just gonna say, this may be a small feat compared to what you can achieve, but I recognize this. However, I think that with some time, I could maybe learn a thing or two. I could potentially be useful.
Gideon, make an Arcana check.
Did you say Gideon?
Weird you calling me Gideon.
It's
I feel like
sorry.
Gideon's here.
Wow, yeah. Oh my god. It's because your name on thing is currently Gideon, so I just like naturally just set to it.
Wow, that's a high number, Lee.
Hey man, that's just what it was.
That's a... Yep, carry on. I'm
Yeah.
gonna edit my server profile. It ruins the whole
Yeah,
evil
it's
aesthetic
weird at the moment.
being called Gideon.
Fucking
My name is Gideon the Lich.
You alright, kids?
yeah.
Posh English accent.
No, you didn't really.
Here am
Hey,
I.
I could still be called Goldie.
Johnny
I'm
Head.
Golden Fox, technically.
Yeah.
Oh, Ethatari!
So
I use a 3rd level spell slot for this shit.
so as you have now seen her use
So
magic,
rude.
you
I'm back.
hello. As you've seen her use magic, you kind of, as you're leaning forward, you kind of look over each of them with a more astute eye for someone of your age and conjurative ability. You've got a natural affinity. It's not a sight exactly, but you've got a capacity to see a degree of the magic around someone without detect magic. Though of course using detect magic would be chef's kiss, immediate effective. But you can see that over her she has two forces that surround her like an aura. The first one is one that you've seen before when someone has a pact with someone and their magic is borrowed. But you also see raw, unfettered magical power that is her power. The pacted power seems loose at best, almost like if it was to be a size comparison, you've got a pebble versus a bowling ball, the pebble being the pact. And you notice as well that as you're observing this small like pebble of energy that's kind of hovering around her, every couple of seconds it gets that very tiny fracture a bit smaller, as if whatever pact she had made is breaking almost. Slowly but surely it's unfurling. There's no difference in her own actual power though you do notice that she has possibly a decent chance of being very useful to you if she was trained more and shown more. She could have quite the potential. Looking over the rest of them though, with that same check, because baby, it's so good. Bruin, his magical aura is that of something bright almost. His is a natural, pure, self-made power that is kind of like a flame that's surrounding him. It's burning brightly, and every couple of seconds it gets that little bit brighter, just a slight bit. You see then to the right of him, Trafalgar. He has a similar little moat, a packed moat that's still barely floating around him. This very tiny little moat of a thing. Beyond that, magically speaking, there is not that much else that you can feel from him. But then, of course, there is a Satari as well. She has a more kindred, natural magical affinity. Hers is, in parts, an explosion directly from out of her own mind and her own will. She, from what you can feel, probably has some kind of power given to her from something beyond, but it's more to boost on what's already there for her. But it's not like a pact. It seems more like a symbiotic thing. She gets and she gives. Whether or not she knows that is a different thing. But there's that for you. Each of them have opportunity and possibility, to say the very least. And there's your Arcana check with that fucking grand score.
Hmm. Hmm. I suppose you do have potential. But it would require a lot of effort. The only way you're useful to me is if I train you. Which obviously means you can't leave.
Like the decor.
Sold.
It's got a nice rug, it's fine.
Wasn't expecting that to be that easy. So you're willing to essentially make a pact with me and become my apprentice and not leave here, but I will train you. And then, potentially, I could send you out to take care of a few things, maybe stretch your legs and test your new powers.
I'd consider it. If you let my friends leave.
You guys hear the doors behind you being shaken as if someone's trying to get in.
Oh! I want to say it's Lycoris, but I don't know at this point.
I'm guessing I can hear that.
Each of you can hear it.
Akiko's starting to get a little bit jittery, and she'll turn to Morphos and say, Morphos, my forest grows hungry. I cannot wait no longer.
Would you rather we just kill them here and be done with it?
No, you said they have use.
Well,
I may have a use for them too.
currently only that one. And he'll raise his finger to point at Brywin. Might have use for you if you're going to say what I think you're about to say.
Brio will look instantaneously at the fox lady and just say, I have not been fed to a forest.
Oh
I may
no.
provide light,
As much as
but
your
I will not.
your soul. It holds a lot of despair, I feel. I would feed the forest well, but I feel like I could use you to get me more souls. More than just
Maybe.
your own.
Depends on the motive.
Motive? Oh, my apologies. I didn't introduce myself properly. I am the guardian of this forest. And, apologies, your friends, they do make good meals for the forest. But my forest is still hungry, it's dying, so I require more souls to keep it thriving. And your group, though you make a tasty feast for my forest, you could be more useful. You're powerful. You could bring me even more.
Sorry, but can I ask why is the forest dying?
It thrives of souls. There hasn't been many souls passing through lately. And that's why I did question why you were here. You did step into the wrong forest. The wrong forest to camp in, shall I say.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Well, I think it's our apologies on that one then. We were pursuing the Apex Faith.
Oh, no bother to me. You actually, have helped the forest. But it's never enough.
I know where you can get one. Because one
What
thing
was-
I don't like is that people are taken away from their freedom And people who take away the freedom, I feel, are the ones who sin, truly.
Oh, I'm not taking the freedom away. I'm giving them new life in the forest. They grow within the
That's not what I'm
trees.
saying. It's not you who I seek trifle with. It is but of the apex faith. Now, hell, if I had the chance, I would introduce you to them, and, well, your forest can thrive for years to come.
Well, I'm more than satisfied with that. I don't know about authors here.
Do you know what a bounty is?
Yes, I do know what a bounty is.
Basically, an entire cultist fleet, well, gathering, let's just say, have a big bright bullseye on my head personally, and my body, to say the least. And it means that a lot of people have been after us a lot as of recently. And one very well-placed dreamer could lead a lot of Apex faith here. As long as you play your cards right and don't get too greedy, because as silly and as frantic as they are, they do have the means to hold very much raw and true power. So there's potential for food, there's potential for other needs that you have of them, and maybe even creating an army from them. But aside from that, there's no means for them to come here if I'm already dead, and they don't have a clue where I am.
Connor, do you have inspiration?
I do not.
Well, have it, because I personally love the fact you're appeasing someone who could quite easily fight all of you by saying, my mortal enemies are chasing me. Do you want their souls? Because that solves everyone's problems. And I find that personally quite fucking good. So have inspiration.
I more or less take that development from the fact I regained memories of basically all the times I've been tortured, and it's somewhat swelled up a burning, well, vengeance within me.
Yeah.
It's not within his nature, but it's over years of abuse. A character's sure to change.
Oh, yes.
It's good.
Don't get me wrong, Brewin's still Brewin. He still fights for people to have their freedom and stands up for the little guy who seeks freedom from people who take freedom from them. But I'm just appeasing a means of a third party by, well, giving them the second party, which is the Apex Faith. No one likes them anyway.
Rachel.
I'm noticing that pattern.
Rachel. Oh, hello. Make a strength check. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, carry on, everybody.
No.
I'll just ignore that.
You guys do.
Yeah,
Brewin
this
said
rattling.
at the end of that conversation.
So carry on.
Kiko will look over to Morthus. So that does seem to satisfy both of what you desire.
Well, yes. That's why he has his freedom.
Nah, shit.
Well, loosely.
Who was that? Strange voice.
That's my assistant, Jerry. He's actually the he's typing up a transcript currently in the corner
Oh.
You just hear the click clacking, and
for legal reasons.
you're not sure if
Taking the minutes.
you're not sure if it says bones on the key or if it's the key itself, but you hear a lot of click clacking.
With the announcing that potentially one character can walk away free. Morphos will turn to Akiko and say, I presume you're going to use it on him.
Use what? Use what?
He'll easily give them. He doesn't want them. He could use this on someone else.
You
Well, and with that, he'll sit back and do the sort of gesture with an open palm to them. Say, take your pick besides that one, and he'll point at the meager necromancer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Pick him.
I think I did pretty good.
Oh.
I will say, since you guys have been talking for long enough at this point, God, there's so many names to try to remember, and deciphering whose name is who amongst all the nicknames and my brain. Sophie,
I might just change mine. Yeah.
Looking amongst all of them, as of the moment,
Oh,
are you okay?
yeah, someone up.
Okay. Looking over all of them, obviously as of the moment, I was going to say Lilith, for fuck, it's just so many names. Like Horus is not in the room as of yet, so she's not to be counted in this. Anessa, the one to far left, is more in the magical sense, so using it with her would not work. Brewin, he has his uses, but you have this strange feeling that if you were to give it to him, it wouldn't be as potent. Asatari, she doesn't have that killer edge. Like you can look in her eyes and there's just innocence, but there is a something else, an essence of power behind her. But you're pretty sure it wouldn't have as much use with her. However, there is a certain other fellow that's remained quiet this entire time, very uncharacteristically so, who I will assume has had his hood up this entire time.
Yeah. Ever since I gave the gold over.
Mm-hmm.
He's weeping. He's weeping under there.
And
My goal.
I gave the gold and it's not what he wanted.
Oh, Helga.
and he, looking for what you can see of his eyes, there's a darkness in there. It's not the same as Brewin's exactly. It's not exactly a vengeance thing. It's more of a I will use whatever means kind of thing. I will do as I want and as I need. And it might work, since judging by what you and Morthos can combine see amongst all of them, he's recently lost a pact. So it might work well with him.
Interesting. She'll, look over. Point over to a couple, like, that one of them. She doesn't seem quite the fit. Oh, the one with his hood up. That one. He would suit it rather well, don't you think, Morthos?
The buffoon with sticky fingers.
Yes, him.
Well, it's your power. You're the best person to give the call to.
Huh. Okay. How about this?
As you say that, you hear a very loud bang on the steel doors.
Woohoo!
Oh no, you're not safe just yet. You just hear a
Oh,
very
no.
large bang.
Ah,
The doors
sick.
bow inward for a second, but there's no light that comes through it. There's no sudden breeze. The door just goes in for a small second.
Ah, the interesting one's knocking. And you can see this unsettling smile appears on Morphos's face.
Oh no! Don't come in! Don't come in!
Let me in!
Carry on. With that, he sits back again and just waits for Akiko to do her thing or carry on whatever she's doing.
Another one. Now I could change my choice. Oh, I suppose we could offer you some freedom. But I would need some assurance that I'd get the souls I need. I may have something that will be of use to you. And of course, of use to me. Although I need one of you to take it. And I quite like the look of you. And she points over to Trafalgar.
I think she's hitting on Trafalgar, guys.
Definitely what's happening right now. It's all been a ploy.
Definitely.
Everyone raises an eyebrow and just whispers backwards. Anything but that is happening. And you should know that.
I just shrug. I'm just like, could be happening.
I just look over to Trafalgar to see how he is. How is Trafalgar?
I don't know. They've not really said much. Just that they want me for something. So he's like intrigued, but also a little bit like not really willing. I mean, there's a dead guy and a fox lady that's tried tricking us. So
Succeeded.
True.
Listen, I want to be your friend now. It's fine. I give you gift.
We've heard this before. It's our friend before
And it was a good gift. It hasn't done any harm to you.
Yep.
God, I've been nice. Just asking for some souls. God.
God damn it.
In-
That's really so unreasonable.
In character, definitely.
Okay, Akiko, we'll see. You're a little bit quiet. You know, I can give you the power you wish to wield. I just need you to provide me with some souls. And
what power do I seek that you can give me?
The power to live, the power to protect your friends. You seem quite fond of them here. Or are you not?
Some I am more fond than others. And how to live I can do myself. If I can just open this door, and then I'm going to bang on the door. Because it's been rattling and banging, and I want to bang on it.
Give it kind of a quick, like, swift kick, and...
Well,
So, open this door, and your gift has been granted.
oh, so you would like to take it?
The power to live? Yes, just open the door and let me go live.
Oh, Morphos isn't this joyous. He wants to take it.
Well, then it appears that if he takes it, he's earned his freedom. That's now 3 with 2 left.
Just making sure all the context is here correctly. Because I know how much of a skeptic he is, he definitely doesn't mean he's taking it. He means
No.
open the doors, I'm leaving.
You offered to let me live, so open the door so I can go
Oh,
live.
he's not
Take
taking
it.
it. I
No,
misinterpreted
she
that.
offered to
Okay.
give you the power to let you live.
The power to let you live with this.
Yeah, and I clearly said I have that power already, just open the door so I
Oh,
can go live.
okay. He's not very willing, is he, Morphos?
No.
They don't
This is why
seem-
the souls are so complicated. Just the bodies are so much easier.
I like it when they're complicated.
I
A
don't.
lot
It gets
more.
boring after 5,000 years.
But the forest likes it.
Yeah, do your thing, Bob. They'll sit back and just sort of gesture. Go on, go on.
5,000 years, you say? Is that true?
Well, if
Well,
I'm
we got
completely
that.
honest, you stop counting after a while.
Hmm.
Believe it or not, we don't get that much sun down here, so keeping track of time is quite difficult.
I'm guessing you just about get as much knowledge and news as you do sun? Or am I wrong on that one?
No, you're quite wrong there. I've been watching the outside world for a while. I've even been watching you for a while. That's why the one out there, and he points through the door, is interesting to me.
You hear another loud slam. Rachel, strength check.
Oh,
Oh, yep, there we go.
ahead.
Okay, cool. You hear another loud slam onto the door. You hear for a moment as something snaps, but the door remains sturdy.
Well, as knowledgeable as you do seem, Ben, what does the name Richard Magnifolia mean to you?
For context, because it's a very loose one, I don't know if you've had the chance to read much of the characters, or if he's even available, but he is essentially the Pope for the Apex Faith. He's specifically the Archduke. He's...
Would I know anything about him?
You would know, at the very least, he's not what he seems. He's an actual, like, kind-hearted soul and all that in public, but in private, he's anything but. He is the antithesis of evil, to an extent. So yeah.
Well, I've heard the rumors of the world just like everybody else. I can't say I've peered too deeply into his life, but I could if I wanted. I just don't really care that much.
That's rather disappointing, because he has the potential to probably outdo you, considering all the things, and he's lived less.
I think you're starting to misunderestimate whose lair you're standing in.
Of course, but I've seen this man's work at first hand, and you, who say you possess such knowledge, know nothing of this man.
Because I don't care about this man. Have
This
you ever
man?
cared about the interests of an ant? No.
Yes, I kind of wonder how they go about living day to day, being as real as they can, and also, well, somewhat feeling the same as them, because their freedom gets taken away as quickly as ours. But that's just life in general, and that's another conversation I really can't be bothered to be tedious with.
Wow, you really do question the life of an ant. Good lord, man, you have too much spare time.
What can I say?
A hobby. I've got one down here that's a bit morbid, but still, it's a hobby.
This is the sassiest necromancer I've ever come across.
Oh, yeah, bro.
You're currently keeping me from my new hobby.
I don't know.
So I wouldn't
You're
have to
free
try
to
and
leave.
start it. Well,
The
like
rest
my
of them
friend, I kind of need them. Unless you can offer me something in exchange, which is the same as them, but I'm not sure you can, considering you said they all have potential. As you said before, it's give and give.
No. This isn't give and give. This is take. You're in my lair. I'm not here to do you a favor, or any of you a favor. You're basically giving me something so you can still breathe.
Yeah, that is true. We do like to live, and I'm sure You sound like you're bored of living. I was just offering you a means to maybe, knock on the door of death and be close to it, or even be granted access to it. My offer has greater means than yours, which is simply taking away our lives and just waiting for the next bunch of people to give you the same boring, mundane questions and may not even, well, they may even offer you less. And how many times do you want to do that for? You've probably done it several other times before us anyway. So how boring is that going to be? We're offering you something interesting. You can take it or leave it.
What those? I'm growing frustrated. There's only one person here that will take it. And it's him, the one that you're speaking to. The rest don't seem to, let's say, want to wield such power, such vengeance. But him, he'll do the job.
What are you suggesting?
I suggest he can have my gift.
Well,
Actually,
you'll give it to bestow.
Brewin, is it?
You are quite correct on that one.
I see you have quite how to put it, hatred against these apex religion, these people, these cultists, whatever you may call them. And Boss can, get what he needs out, and I can get what I need. But I just need assurance that you will do so. So what I offer you is a weapon that may forfeit their souls. Just in case they don't make it to the forest.
Interesting. But what may this weapon be, out of curiosity?
What made it be? How did it come to be? Why, it was made out of the forest, like all things I make.
Well, my question is it just for siphoning the cells? Or is it taking anything from me in particular?
Oh, it takes the souls, but... as assurance, I need assurance that you'll definitely take them. It will bind your soul to the weapon. But of course, there'd be no issue if you just, gave me the souls that you told me you were going to give. Then your soul will be safe. However, if you don't give me the souls, I take yours.
If I could give you souls, Moon clicks his finger, like that, do you think I'd still be standing in it? I'm looking for the means to gain it.
I mean, I can wait.
No offense, you seem a very nice, kindred spirit and looking out for the well-being of your forest. I'm after something rather in particular. A gift from my parents, if you will. And it's something that doesn't bind my soul, and it's something that is rightfully mine.
Another strength check, please.
Oh.
I can't simply take something that you're planning to give me and bind my soul, which will deny me access to my birthright. So as much as I would like to take it, because, of course, I do intend on honouring my bargain.
Sure,
The thing is,
make a strength check.
I need to gain. What I need to gain is my ascension.
Destined for greater things, I see. What a pity.
So, as Trafalgar
As I said, not an insult.
As you hear the sound of something bashing against the door, you very quickly turn around, give a quick, swift boot into the middle of the doorway. You see it, a piece of the door cracked. But as you give that boot toward the door, you see all of a sudden a long blade, very familiar to you, that was recently acquired, come piercing through this new crack through the door, and then disappear in that same moment. As that new entryway is opened, behind the door you see a bright red eye as our dear Lycoris looks inside, and it very much is a "Here Johnny" moment. And as you look inside, you see Morthos just at the back, furthest back, and him looking at you in turn. You step back for a moment, stand up, and then with a swift kick, you boot the doors open. They go whoosh, swinging open, and you step inside.
Well, so like Brewin turns around, so like half jumps, and he's like, "Oh." Looks back to Miss Kitsune here and just says, "Yeah, like I said, no offense, and well, we kind of have a new thing going at the moment, which I think we might want to address. So I'm happy to come back to this conversation at due time."
Is this a thing where he's saying that he's going to run now? Is that what they're trying to? Is that what we're getting from this?
No, not at all. Brewin's just pointing to the fact that we've just had another person walk into the room, and someone next to you may want to have an intriguing chat with the newcomer.
Okay.
I'm just
Which Brewin just sort
In
of like crosses
between
his arms and just says, "You do have a lot of interest in her, do you not? Was it Morphus?"
Oh.
Yes, she seems interesting.
Which is why I said we can put our conversation on hold for now.
give
By the
him
way,
a side eye.
is going out of his way to stare at Trafalgar now the door's open.
Lycoris, long story short, we've had really random, well, interesting conversations, and our lives are on the line. What do you make of this?
Thank God you're here, like chorus. Get swinging. Those guys.
Which Brewin just says, "Not helping, we're not really after fighting here, we're just after, well, common ground. You're not making it any easier."
Oh, I know. Just want to go.
And you think I have common ground with the crazy man in the chair? I'm not sure that's a compliment, Brewin.
No, it's really not, but given the state of things at the moment, well, two different objectives make, well, one form of common ground if you think of it in a really fucked up way.
And these people are who?
You've met the Fox Lady already, the Fox Lady.
Yeah, the dodgy one. Yeah, I remember.
Yes. And Morphus here, well, he is a necromancer who knows you very well and has lived for,
Oh,
well,
great.
more than 5,000 years.
He knows me?
Well,
Join the list, dude.
apparently, well, you're not very subtle with your entrances and appearances like so.
I mean, in my defense, Brewin, how else did you expect me to get through the door?
We invented handles, I'm pretty sure.
True.
Yeah, I tried that. It didn't work.
It's a pull.
It's
Bro.
Yeah, I'm trained to smack, not to think.
That's why you're interesting.
She could wield it too.
I already have a nice sword. I don't want your sword.
Oh, who said I was giving you an option?
But
One of you's going to take it.
Yeah, well, it's not
Just
going to be
which
me.
one?
My soul already absorbs souls, so
Oh,
yeah.
then you can take another.
No, thank you.
Shame.
You
I'm beginning to grow tired of this.
I am too.
I mean, I'm tired of this already, and I literally just walked through the door.
you guys.
Did you see my cool skeleton, Lycoris? That's mine. This one right here.
It's
And
lovely.
I make it way better.
Great
Bill.
job.
Yes,
Thank
yes,
you.
and to be honest, I'm rather quite frank-eyed with all of this. I would rather just get someone to go around the villages everywhere, telling, "Oh, Brewin is in by the Unime Void, by a forest. He's living there because he's wedded someone." Watching everyone who is Apex Faith come in here, and then watch them as they crumble, so they can get their souls, and well, we can be out of here, so I can face, well, my destiny. So
I mean, technically that's not a lie, Brewin, because we do own a village in the Yawning Void
true,
that we will eventually live in.
true.
Means
But
if
if we're
people
not-
Oh,
come and find you, they come through
they
this
own
forest.
this village.
But if we're not there currently and they come through, well, these guys get their fill of a army of cultists.
I mean, it's rather convenient for us because we can just take a month's break, you know, learn to sew. The forest gets fed and a
I'm
load of more.
beginning to be bored of this.
Yes, you said
Like
that
we have said,
already.
he is
Yes.
free to
Oh.
leave and spread his rumors.
And
You are able to become my apprentice, and the rest of you can become soldiers or accept her fucking weapon and leave.
I don't. Who's gonna become your apprentice? Saying she doesn't. There's a lot of us here.
The one who apparently knows a little bit of necromancy and Hellpoint.
Oh, Vanessa and her puppet.
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? It's called Eugene.
Wait, you're cheating on Jonathan?
Shh, don't tell him about Jonathan.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he knows about Jonathan.
You don't know. You don't know.
Lit,
Or
Vanessa.
just-
5,000 years old. I think he should know.
He's probably
I would-
Jonathan's bloody father.
I would take the sword.
My grandfather, actually.
Do you have a child named Jonathan or a grandchild? Lives in a weird
Bloody
tower.
hell.
I don't, but I'm pretty sure my great grandson might be Jonathan II.
Oh damn. Okay. Hey, great,
Yeah.
Oh my
granddaddy,
goodness.
daddy.
That explains how my power has been diluted.
You do realise if she becomes your apprentice, you will get messages calling you daddy.
Yep.
That's her MO. She does
Yep.
that.
That's fine, there's a block button.
It sounds like you'll be granddaddy.
Oh god, no.
Granddaddy.
Yeah,
Horrible.
gonna look at Akiko.
Is there a reason why we're still here?
Yeah, because Brewin doesn't want to stab them.
She'll whisper.
I mean,
No,
to
she
be
won't
fair,
whisper, actually.
he's thinking with his brain, because you know,
Apparently-
walking into someone's lair and smacking them with a sword rarely ends well. We learned that literally a day ago.
Yeah.
Yes.
That wasn't.
Correctly.
It feels like about 3 weeks ago, though. So.
To be honest, ever since having, well, my revelation, I've been somewhat more open to people who, well, aren't cultists. He may be... Is he dead? I don't know, but he's not a cultist. She's a fox lady with fox ears who has an obsession with feeding forests. It's homely in a weird sort of sense, but she's not a fucking cultist. I don't give a shit. And to be honest, I am going really fucking bad at this, and I just want everyone to leave with me so we can go about spreading rumours, as everyone does, and, well, yeah, doing what everyone needs to do without, well, the being kept or dying in here.
What's up? And let's just go. start walking towards it now.
Oh,
Don't.
you're leaving so soon?
Yeah, bye, bitch. I don't say that.
I'm gonna pull out my sword and just look at it for a bit.
At your sword.
I've been
Yeah.
fiddling with my bracelet that Akiko gave me because I'm feeling conflicted.
Oh,
At that sight, Akiko is gonna activate the bracelet.
no!
You should have said that.
Take it off! I was gonna take it off!
So, as you look down, there's nary a second before you even think about taking it off, where the bright red gem that's embedded in the lovely little black bracelet, it glows a little, and you see as it glows, thorns and vines start to erupt out of them, and they wrap around your hand very quickly, and then they wrap around you, around the ground, and very quickly snap to each and every one of you. So,
Us?
Yep.
Oh, this little shit.
Sorry.
How many of us? All of us?
all
All
of
of
you in
you.
that area,
And now it's the initiative.
each of
We're already
you,
in it.
technically already in the initiative,
Yeah, but now we're starting it.
each of you are restrained immediately because this is a surprise. At
How many people is that, by the way?
5.
That's everybody else.
Yeah, it's
Carry on.
everyone.
No checks or anything.
Apart from my skeleton. My skeleton's
I
fine.
should have said, because I've been thinking it for a while, I should have done it before Blood Chorus managed to bust through.
I was waiting for someone to mention the bracelet or run, so either way.
I've been planning to take it off for a very long time here.
Pretty sure I can just decimate.
So depending on
No, leave him alone.
depending
Good
on what's
boy.
about to happen, if a combat is to be initiated, we will talk that in a moment. You guys can make repeated strength saves with a certain DC at the start of each of your turns to try and break free of the vines, but it requires your action to do so. You can also attempt to help someone else out. You can use fire. You can do all the usual stuff to remove vines. Though, in this scenario, the idea is that the vines are constantly erupting out of the bracelet.
Destroy the bracelet.
So yeah.
Before any of that, I'm gonna look at Akiko very sadly.
No.
I
I
was like,
think
I felt bad because I thought this was given in good faith and a sign of friendship. I was feeling guilty and that I should give it back. Clearly,
innocent.
there was never any good faith behind it.
there was good faith, but you guys are rejecting my gift. I had no choice. But your souls will make such tasty feast for my forest.
So before anything else happens, I'm going to go down the list of all of you with a couple of questions. So firstly, Erin, you have been given something which I'm pretty sure you're going to say no to anyway. Would you receive the gift, whatever it is? Sounds like a weapon.
No.
Figured.
No.
My gift.
Lycoris, you just before that happened, you were staring up at your sword. Firstly, I know the answer is no, but would you receive the gift, whatever it is?
Their gift, no.
Second question for you then. We have discussed slightly just now. What are you doing with the sword? Just observing it, or?
I am talking to it.
We will do
Crazy
something.
lady.
We'll do something about that in a
Weird.
second. Chloe,
Yeah.
you have been offered to pact with Morthos. Yay or nay?
Oh, I don't know. What would that do to my other packs?
Overrides it.
Yeah, I was going to say, who knows? As of the moment,
Timing.
That you're cheating and you're having two at the same time and they have to do a battle to the death.
That's pretty Anessa. Pre-Esatara is pretty Anessa. Can I do like a check or something to see if I know what happened to my other pact?
make an Arcana check.
Okay. I got no fucking clue.
You all you know is, and this isn't even really a certainty, is that pacts aren't a one-time thing. People have many pacts over their life, depending on who they're pacting with. You've never heard of anyone going for 2 pacts, but you're not sure if that's because there's some kind of disagreement about someone else getting another pact or otherwise, but a pact is quite literally a contract. Technically speaking, it's whatever you make of it with the person. But that's not to say you can have 2, that's not to say you can't. And that's what you get.
I'm just going to call over the vines. You need to know, there's someone else.
Oh, for God's sake.
Oh my god.
Would I know that presumably I could break her pact by force and just make myself the only pact?
You couldn't break the pact by force because you're not part of the pact between them. You would have to get her to agree to break the pact.
Okay, then yeah.
But
I
you
can tell her she has to do that.
But you also know that you can make another pact with her if you wanted, like with or without having another pact with someone else. As long as the agreement to her pact with him doesn't involve no more pacts with anyone else, exclusivity.
So, as long as she's in an open relationship with her,
Yeah.
her spell. that
Polygamy pacts.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Oh man, this is just like perfect for her. Again, pre-Atari. Sorry. I've got a cough. I'm going to. But what happens to them? If I take the pact, what happens to them?
Nothing.
Can I
Nothing
leave?
obvious.
They already
Ah.
said that we don't get to leave with you.
Long story short, how this
We
is at the
repeated that
moment.
a lot.
Yeah.
You
Unless
basically do what we
they
want
take-
or you die.
The
That's essentially how this works.
the full circle of this is quite literally you guys have to show to them why you're useful and take whatever deal, whatever pact, whatever something that they want of you. And if one of you doesn't, you don't get to leave. That's the idea. If you can give them something that they need or want, then you get to leave. But of course, this is very much like a stringent, abusive relationship. So,
100%.
mhm.
100%.
So,
sorry.
going down the list again,
No, it is not.
Akiko, you have triggered your
Yeah.
ability. They are currently stuck. By the time I finish asking everybody questions, it will then begin combat if there is no agreement amongst you all that there shouldn't be. But given that this has been a ring around the roses, and I pretty much know for a fact at this point that there's going to be at least one person that will fight against you in the sense of not taking the deal, the chances of there being a fight are pretty high. But Goldie/Akiko,
Yes.
who is the current target of your intended ability? Who would you prefer to take it?
Choice. Trafalgar won't take it. He just seems adamant. Ruin.
He does seem a degree keen.
Degree key. Can Esatari wield it?
Yes, but the likelihood of you getting anything out of it is very minimal.
Him. I want Trafalgar.
Wow,
He's
Spark is not
mine.
used to that statement.
Okay. I will note that. Megan, my dear. You, as of current, amongst the lot, have something of a unique position where you can offer something to them if you wanted to. But technically it would cost quite a bit considering it's part of you. That's if...
Yeah, there's no. I
Yeah.
if I'm thinking what I assume you're talking about, no.
hmm I figured.
Yeah.
War!
Whoa!
Oh.
Let
I am
there be
interested-
battle!
I do care about the forest. I just think maybe
Yeah, but
feeding
the problem
its
is the
souls is
forest
not
don't
the
care about
solution.
you. That's the issue.
Join me.
You care about the forest, it don't care about you.
Okay.
Just wants to eat you, to be honest.
Then Morthos. Morthos. What is Morthos? Not. What did you think I said?
I thought you said corner, and I was like, what? Hello.
Okay. Yeah, Morthos. I lost my question. Fuck. What is your current intention?
Well, all of them have said no to every single deal we've put on, so I'm just gonna kill them.
Fair.
But there's so much more going round and round in circles we could do.
Yeah, and that's why I'm skipping straight to the good.
No.
Then finally, Connor. What is your intention? You sounded like you were slightly interested, or at least, if nothing else, for the sheer fact of getting a degree of defense against all this. But by the sound of it, you taking that power or not, there might be a fight anyway. So
Yeah. It's a shame. Because, well, Brewin was offering somewhat a pretty good deal. And, well, now they still are very, very keen on murdering for the sake of murdering and then going back to very boring, mundane, sitting in the holes doing nothing.
Well, speak for the lich.
It's a little bit of a waste, to be honest, because we actually were offering stuff of substance for crying out loud.
Yeah, I was offering a chance with my friend. That's the best deal.
I just wanted assurance. That's all I want. God. Yeah.
to be fair,
I saw the energy around me.
technically speaking, well, actually she didn't, but for a clear cut and dry, Morthos wants each of you to prove something to him, otherwise he will fight and kill you. Goldie, Akiko, sorry, she is just saying, I want one of you to be the champion, give me souls, I'm good, otherwise. Your problem is Morthos. He wants you to be useful.
I do it.
So Morthos just wants us to show off to him.
Wants you to prove the worth and do something for him. But
Show me
again,
what
it's
you got.
but again, it's an abusive relationship kind of thing.
I have no idea what's going on because I just walked in the room. So
Yeah, I did.
But anyway,
You just walked in ready to fight.
either way, Connor,
usual.
I don't want you to take the sword.
depending on how this all goes, that offer could still be on the table by the end of it. But that's the last person in the list. I am going to ask out loud now for who wants to fight. Give me.
Whoa!
I don't want to fight, but
Akiko is not
there's
bothered.
nothing I can offer.
Okay.
I just want someone to get us
I
some
offered you a way
souls.
out. I just.
Okay.
We can stab people. We can stab people. I mean, I take the sword, but it's not going to be any good to me, is it? I mean, can the sword be a dagger instead? Because I'll get you some souls. I do have a dagger.
Yeah, reforge it into a dagger just for
Yeah.
her.
I was gonna say,
Possibly.
I don't wield swords. She doesn't wield swords. Like, I'm not even sure if Rewen uses swords.
Hey, who threw out this word sword?
I don't know.
I just said it was a weapon.
Ah, well,
I literally just said it was a weapon. I never
is
said
it a
what
dagger?
it was.
Because I'll have it if we can leave.
No, but only you can leave.
Mhm.
What?
Yep, that's the deal.
We all
Fucking
have
hell.
to do
You all,
something.
yeah, this isn't one of you do something and then everybody gets off scot-free. It's like, no, you all have to prove your individual worth.
I mean, that's more thoughts.
Well, I
Akiko is
feel
a bit
like
like, I just want one person to do one thing. You know, I'm a bit more chill. Morthos is he's the bad guy here. I'm just here to get sold.
Yeah, you're the only one who led us here.
I'm not the bad guy though.
I needed like a big bad like guy to be intimidating just so I can get the souls.
Hey, how you doing?
They're
Well,
actually
I
not
did
gonna
my
take it.
skeleton. If that's not
If
good
you'd
enough.
been like, hey man, my forest is dying. If you're killing people anyway, would you like fancy a special dagger? I maybe would have gone for it.
Yeah, I'd be like,
No.
oh yeah, cool, I'll do that. Nice.
Which Brian wants to look up and just say, and well, I'm still entangled, I'm guessing, aren't I?
Mhm.
Oh yeah, I forgot we were there. Oopsie.
Brian's just got to look up and just say, so we're now going with the option of just death, right?
Oh no.
What if I told you I could just destroy your forest?
Then you really are going with the option of death.
Well, I've got a little bit of information, and I kind of don't want to die here with my friends dying with me, and we kind of give you an option, and you're kind of pissed off because I can't take the weapon because I have a weapon already. I just need to find it. That's why I can't take your
Akiko, I'm getting very bored of this one, Akiko.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Legion.
jumping into what? Oh, anyway. So, ooh, so close. So very close.
One of these rolls. I'm so confused. Is this for talking to the sword?
It's a thing.
Oh.
So I'm gonna consider this now initiative.
Yeah, go on.
Uh-oh.
No one's gonna call it.
Oh no.
As things begin at him saying he is very bored of this, it is, funnily enough, also your turn, my dear Morphos.
Oh no.
Question first of all, do I get this first?
No, it's at 20 count. So
Okay,
think of it like a legendary thing.
Okay, then.
Legendary thing? Oh no. We're fucked.
You could still take it.
But that's only one of us. We can't all take it.
Then I am. Let me think. How strong is this? What's the range? Oh, the range isn't that high. Okay, I can't do too much.
I will remind you that the doors need repairing, and you can do that.
Oh yeah, I can just shut the doors again like normal, innit?
Oh.
Whilst talking, can we try and at least get out of these vines?
I'll give you a go.
Would I be able to say the quote I put in chat?
Sure. Nothing happens though. Trust me, attempts are being made. Each of you make a strength check. Oh, save. Sorry, save.
Oh, save. Oh, change it to the.
It seems that's kind of perfect.
Oh my god, the car is. I've got a +1. It's gonna be shit. Oh, for fuck's sake. Damn it.
Well then.
Max is just the bead, which is why she's not strength.
Okay. That one. So get out of jail, get out of jail, get out of jail. I will have to wait for a star to do hers, but nonetheless for the time being.
That
Hello.
Hello.
Defensive lady.
Tis your turn, Olibar.
Oh no.
so strong.
I am then. As I'm saying, I'm bored, and I see this man say, Legion, hear my call, and nothing happened. I'll just be like, pity. And I'll raise my hand, and this green flame will appear in my hand, and I'm just gonna fire it straight at him.
No, no. Wait,
Which
we're all.
This may hurt. Let me see.
Fucking hell.
Does a 16 hit?
1 second.
It's gonna be a TPK from our friends.
No, it doesn't.
Cool.
It meets my AC.
It beats it if it meets it.
It hits, yeah.
Okay, then if that is the case, then I would like to do a cheeky little something. As a reaction.
Shield.
Oh, nice. Okay.
A temporary 20.
Yeah. Fair enough. I'll throw out my my little green flame at you, and apparently a little shit appears and just blocks it for you. I mean, that size and well, I guess this won't be too easy. And then with that, he'll just sit back in his chair and grin at everybody, and end his turn.
Oh no, no.
Sophie.
Ooh, it's my turn. I would like. I'm going to start moving forwards. Oh my god, this is a massive lair. Bloody hell.
What did you think this was some basic bitch shit? Bitch, please, I put effort.
Bloody hell.
I paid a lot of money for this land.
She's like,
By the time I get there, hold on a second. I'll get there. So I'm gonna start to world shape. So you'll just see a Kiko, and she's like, "Oh, that's not how you do it. Let me show you." And then she'll start to transform into a giant constrictor snake.
Oh my god, no.
And she's gonna move forward 30 feet. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
there you
Sneaky.
go.
I'm giant, so I'm a huge beast.
Sneako,
Let
sneako.
me. I don't exactly have a constrictor voice, so you can have.
Oh.
I want to find something completely incorrect. Hold on. There you go. You can be a bit here.
Honestly, that works in my opinion.
Oh, she doesn't look
Can I have
really
access to
well.
it?
Yes. Hold on.
What the fuck is that?
We'll have to. We'll have to set the HP at the very least for the appropriate stats and thing. It is.
I went to...
It's in NPC's monstrosity.
Have you ended your turn, Soph?
I think... Is that my action?
Bonus, I
To do that
believe.
Oh, it's bonus.
Oh my
It should
god,
it should be on your
what?
sheet. She's a druid.
I'm a druid!
You nerds. Was it giant restrictor?
It was a giant restrictor snake.
Okay. What's that? That's so stupid.
Oh.
I am
Oh,
outraged.
Nah. I don't think I could do any more just yet.
That's not-
Just wait. I'm coming. Yeah, I'm just gonna use like my action then to dash, and I may as well just keep going. Coming.
Coming for you,
30
bitches.
feet away. I can't move the snake. I can't move the...
Yeah, hold on.
Giant
Sorry, hold on.
It's okay.
It's because the token is set individually. There you go.
I think. Oh, went there.
I'm
She's so
setting.
big.
I'm coming.
No.
It's his, motherfuckers. Just carry your token with it for now. Okay. If that is.
Hiding behind this big snake.
Hee can't see me.
Promise this is me.
Lycoris.
Lee, legendary action.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
It's
well.
Electrofalcon.
Are you talking legendary action or legendary. Lair action, sorry.
Legendary action.
Okay. So at the end of Sophie's turn, go ahead.
A firebolt gets shot at Trafalgar.
Okay. Fire out.
Get him.
It was an
Huge
18.
Trafalgar.
Yep.
You get hit straight in the chest by this green flame which just appears from behind this giant snake and take 21 points of fire damage.
Oh my god. We are fucked. We are so fucked.
I got an uncanny dodge that. Not half that damage.
So 10. Okay. Lycoris.
I can't see any other way out of this, so
Mm,
I'm gonna look down and pat Trafalgar on the head. And then I'm gonna pop out my wings
mhm.
and say to the sword, you'll clearly never be as strong as Ishi was, so I'll prove that I'm stronger than you, and I will listen to the sword.
Okay.
What does this mean?
Oh my
I
god,
don't
there's a
know what
pat
that
on the
does,
head.
but that doesn't sound good.
Self-destruct.
Sounds interesting.
Is she gonna turn into sexy Lycoris now?
Probably.
Finally.
Wow. Wow, the brutality. And she's not a good one.
Out of character, out of character.
I will, yeah. I I will taunt Legion and connect with the Sin Eater.
Okay. Give me a second then. So, as you connect with the Sin Eater, you know that historically, whenever you previously used it in the other life, there was a blood cost you paid to trigger it.
Yep.
How do you do so?
I will just run my hand along the blade.
Okay. And so as you swipe your hand across it, you feel a horrible scarring along your hand, and it stings, and then it stops stinging, and the blade drinks up your blood. And as it drinks up your blood, your body from head to toe immediately just feels like it's screaming, and then it stops. And then every fibre of your blood, your skin, your bones, your muscles, everything starts to burn all at once on the inside. And then you throw your head back, horns curl out from your skull, your wings turn terrifying blood red. Your what once was slight clawed edges become full bladed weapons in their own right. A tail manifests. Your form shifts as a small spattering of blood starts to spill from your nose and a little from your mouth, just the corner of your lip, as the other Lycoris takes over.
Ah, she's hot. Sorry.
So
It.
you now have access to Elder Vampire Lycoris's sheet. There are some small differences in there. Feel free to have a read. Specifically, I don't know why it's saying you've got 61 health, because you're infinitely more than that. So let me just fucking change that real quick.
I can't see it. I don't know if I'm being blind.
It's in NPCs.
There, I found it. Man, I used to be so hot.
So, as your form breaks into that one, you feel suddenly this rush of adrenaline and thoughts, memories, and you feel the blood on your lip and coming out your nose a little, and it retreats down your body into the sword, and you look ahead at your now enemy, and the blade at your side, each of you by her side at the moment hear it speak, and it says, "Sinner!" And you temporarily have control over Elder Vampire Lycoris, but what that means for you after the fight is over, you will discover later. But for now, please add yourself back to the initiative.
Oh, shit. Okay. Oh. STM.
Hmm.
It is the second roll because I get
Advantage.
advantage.
Yes. So we'll consider you having this turn, and the next one will be skipped over. So continue as you were. Feel free to use all of the fun that is your current class.
I will fly forward
Mm-hmm.
35 foot to the snake rat thing. I can't move it.
Oh,
Won't
sorry.
Let me move it. It's drawing a box.
I'm beautiful.
There you
What
go.
are you on about?
I can get to there. To here. There's not a fat else I can do right now. So just to be spiteful, I'm gonna do a psychic attack on Akiko.
That's not very nice.
Put it in chat for contact's sake. For mine, technically. But
What did you say about my force?
Oh no, that's the wrong one. Oh no, I can't do it 'cause she's not caught me in a lie.
Hmm.
I cannot be spiteful. I also don't know how to turn off GM
You
roll.
could.
I just did.
Oh good, oh good.
Gotcha, bro.
Oh shit, I don't know what I can do with this one.
Rawr.
Look toward the bottom.
Oh! Oh! I can bonus dash.
hmm
Forgot about that. I'll use my bonus dash to get up to her.
Mhm.
And now I want to smack her.
Smack away.
Go on. That hurts.
hmm
Yeah.
So that's
And I
a
smack again.
that's a total of 23 on the first.
Okay.
Yep.
Bruh. Off us!
How many times? How many times can I hit now?
Hold on.
Why do you think we were
3.
waiting for her?
3. I'm gonna hit again.
Why
Complete.
does she have a plus 15?
Reasons. Just trust me.
Should have just let us go.
So
Yeah.
23 on the first damage.
I need to
Then
calculate this.
trust me, I'm already failing at math.
41 on the second.
Thank
27,
you.
23 on the third.
I feel so useless next
So-
to my chorus.
Oh,
Bro, am I out of my form already?
yep.
Bro!
So 40 total of
Not bad.
46 with the 23s, and then
87.
As she falls out of her form, I'm just gonna look down at her and say, "You are a sinner, and I will bathe in your blood."
Oh, damn.
You try.
what was the total? Sorry.
86.
Okay, so
No, 87.
Are you doing my health, please?
I'm gonna attempt to.
Got it.
My brain's just melted.
If you
so
want me
you
to
lose
do it, I don't mind
27.
changing it.
So hot right now.
We'll just say a hot, like 28. 'Cause my brain has actually just turned to mush. That's incredibly incorrect. 19. It's a little number. I can't remember. Because 60 from the form, and then the other whatever. God damn it.
I feel like a very big story moment just happened for Lycoris that me and Soph have no context.
No, I have no
Yeah.
idea what's going on.
Pretty much. You know when I threatened the forest, I wasn't kidding.
Is that you, Lycoris?
Yes.
Brilliant.
Hello. Right, I am going to...
Legendary action.
Okay.
Ah.
It is. Let me think. What do I want to do? Yeah, I'm gonna do just another cantrip. This time I will shoot Lycoris actually.
Mhm.
Does a 27 hit.
Yes. Yes, obviously.
Then you take 20 fire damage. Carry on.
But tis but a scratch.
Okay.
Just a flesh
Sure.
wound.
What? 30 and so on?
He's got them wangs.
Yep, and I just need to measure things. Yeah, I'm gonna move 12 feet out of this way,
Mhm.
and I am going to... If I remember right, Maleficent Meteors, is it just the one action to get the 6 around me, or can I fire 2 as a part of it?
What does it say?
You can create 6 tiny meteors in your space. They float around in the air, orbit you for the spell's duration. You can cast a spell, and as a bonus action on each of your turns thereafter, you can expend 1 or 2 of the meteors, sending them streaking towards a point of you choosing 120 feet from you. Once the meteor reaches a destination or impacts against a solid surface, the meteor explodes. Each creature within 5 feet of the point where the meteor explodes must make a dexterity throw. The creature takes 2d6 fire damage on a fail save, or half as much damage on a successful one.
Not gonna lie, I was mostly hoping you'd put it in chat so I could read it, but
Okay. Fine.
there we go. So yeah, when you cast a spell and as a bonus action, expend 1 or 2 of them,
Okay.
But it's an action to cast.
and
Yep.
you can then
That's-
fire 1 or 2 of them.
Which, yeah, I shall do. I shall do that, and I shall fire one over.
No, it's an action to cast. You already cast it. You've already used your action.
I thought as a bonus action I can cast 1 or 2 of them.
No, he's talking about your Radiant Soul.
Wait, is it?
Mhm.
I thought you said Lee when I got the wings I can just toggle
Do it whenever.
Yeah,
Mm.
that was a part of the awakening.
Oh yes, indeed. We will have to edit
well,
your
bonus
text,
then.
I believe. Yes.
Yeah.
Especially the last bit of that text that has to go. Yes, carry on. Correcto.
Okay. Right. D. 1 second. Beep.
I'm just gonna go ahead and edit that quick.
Hey, hold up.
Was that to me or in general?
No, in general. I've just realised I got 2 lots of magic missiles on my sheet. Wait, why has everything on my sheet been duplicated?
Do you have... Hold on, taking over for a sec.
That's right.
Probably. The only thing I can think of is because you've named some of them specifically, it didn't then...
Wait, it wasn't like this on the last time we played. Or was there an update, do you reckon, that kind of...
More than likely, to be honest. I would not put it past them. Just delete whichever ones don't have extra name.
It's mainly because I can't find Mouth's Minute Meteors on there. You helped me make it up and everything as the attack function.
Either way, it's just 2d6, isn't it?
Yep.
So just roll 2d6.
Yeah, but yeah. Okay, fair enough. I'll do that then.
There you go. Right at the bottom.
Oh wait. Okay. fair enough.
I've not added any specific extra stuff because I have literally just done that off of the moment.
Okay, gotcha. Well, as I said before, I'll be firing 2. 1 at Fox Lady, 1 at Man over there.
Yeah.
And if I do remember right, I do have the range capacity for it.
It's 120.
Oh yes, I definitely have the range capacity for it.
Well, I pass
Yeah.
the saving throw.
What is the save?
It's dexterity save.
Yes.
I only take 4 damage. I'm keeping track of my health on another sheet.
I passed
manually.
2.
Okay.
Yep, I was gonna say the top one was aimed at him, and the second one was aimed at her.
Alright.
Well, alright. Is that you?
That will be me.
Legendary action.
Oh wait, but technically that did hit, didn't it?
They succeeded the save. What are you intending?
They technically take damage though, right?
No, they do take damage.
Because if whenever I deal damage, once on with the Radiant Soul, I
Mhm.
can do bonus damage.
So equal to your level.
Okay.
Who are you
So,
picking?
yeah, sick. I'm going to pick the old Morty man on the throne over there.
Take another 6 damage, Radiant.
Okay.
Yep, that's me officially.
Okay. So yeah, legendary action.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot Lycoris again. For the shits and gigs. Does... That's a 30 hits. 24 fire damage.
Oh god, maths.
Okay.
Okay, got it. I figured it out. I can
That's
count.
a whole lot of curb.
What the fuck? That's the end of the legendary action, by the way.
Then Anessa.
Well, I will attempt to break free.
You want to break free?
I want to break free. I do did it. I do my strength check. It's gonna be shit. Ah, for fuck's sake. Can I have caster? So I can still cast spells, can't I? Even when I'm grappled. Is that right?
Does it?
You're restrained.
Yeah, I was going to say you're restrained.
Restrained. Yeah, whatever it is. Yeah, that thing.
Does it say?
But I can still cast it, right? Yeah. As long as I can still speak, I think I can do.
Is that a disadvantage?
So you can perform the somatic components of spells even when you have weapons or a shield in one or both hands. So you said that even if I've not got the use of my hands, I can still cast spells because I can still speak.
Yes.
DM's discretion in it at this point.
Yes.
Yeah. We've done it before, like
As long as
so...
I mean, as long as it's as long as you're fulfilling all the other requirements, it's yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess then that I will bring out my Shadow Blade as my bonus action.
Use everyone with their different types of blades and wings, am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you conjure it as your bonus action.
It's just there ready.
Okay. Is that you then?
That's all I can do.
Oh.
Yep.
Esatari.
I don't know. Is summoning Tari an action?
I will say no,
No.
because Tari is kind of just ever present. Just they don't appear, if you know what I mean. So if you want to drag and drop the little Tari. Actually, hold on. Do I even?
I
Oh, I do. There you go. There's little Tari.
So I was gonna. I can't move her, but that's fine.
God damn it! These fucking tokens. Sorry, carry on.
Alright, so
If I were to summon her as a little gnawing beast, could she chew on my vines as I do a strength check as
Yeah.
to assist me?
Technically speaking, as long as she's using an action to remove the restraints from you, it's fine. Though, given Tari, what's the size of the gnawing beast?
So I got a fey badger or a weasel in mind.
Oh, that's that's fine then. So Tari used their action to transform and stop biting, but that then will be Tari. But you are freed.
Okay, cool. She will be a badger.
Little badger Tari.
Yeah.
It's sorry.
What would you like to do with your turn?
No. That's as far as I thought was getting free.
I was kind of hoping to be free too, but hey.
What distance am I? Like, it's a very big room. 50 feet. He's well far away. I will Mind Spike on Akiko.
Okay.
So I need.
Kiko, make a wisdom save.
I can do that. 1 second. Wisdom. Oh.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
she very much saves. Because of the nature of said save as well, I will say that she's definitely taking no damage from it.
So not even half. Okay.
No, unfortunately, not even half.
Alright.
So, as you cast the spell onto her, you see there is a moment as the spell's about to take effect where it's kind of like she's swatting a fly away. She just kind of does that motion and then looks past Lycoris for a moment and sees you. But that is unfortunately that. Is there anything else you want to do?
That is me.
Okay. Lycoris.
She's before us now.
Yeah, no, I was about to say, if I remember rightly, because you had the turn at 18, this will be considered the turn that's...
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Olibaba,
Is it what I think it is now?
you tell me. What are we doing?
Why am I not in initiative?
Oh no, it's 20s. Yeah, why aren't you in the initiative? What?
That is a good point. Why aren't you? I've shot you, so you're definitely in the fight.
You were
Oh, wow,
so
you got 18
quiet.
as well.
Okay, right, well, have your turn now, for obvious reasons.
I want to just break out, and that's what I want.
Okay. You're not restrained, because you already escaped.
I already escaped. Okay, cool. I am running then. The door's still open, right?
Nope,
No,
got closed.
shut it.
You shut it.
Mhm.
God damn it.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna bolt and leave his family.
Shit.
Damn
He
it.
does this a lot.
He does.
Yeah.
There was
This
one
is what I
instance
do.
where we took down our first boss and he was not
You-
there for the
He was chatting up a drow in a tent.
Yep. Meanwhile,
You know what?
I
That
was
explains why Lycoris gets 3 attacks with plus 15 to hit.
and
Don't tell him what you did, Connor.
I drowned
Don't
the
tell
boss
him.
with
We might be able to do
shake
it.
water,
Oh, yeah, I've heard that story actually.
Oh,
which
yes.
is not going to work on you.
I just made friends.
You're trying to aspirate
Harry.
water in my lungs? Dear sir, I don't even breathe.
I don't even breathe.
Same.
Necessary got a harem. It was great.
Trafalgar?
I died and became very
Yeah.
existential.
Cool.
Let me. What's my rule? This is the fox lady, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm gonna bonus action steady aim to give
Mhm.
myself advantage on my next attack roll.